Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." In a world fraught with uncertainty, where emotions often run wild, untamed, how do we find our anchor? Join us as we explore 7 Stoic lessons that hold the key to mastering your emotions and navigating life storms with unshakable resolve. Before we begin, I would appreciate it if you would take a moment to like this video, as it would help me continue spreading the Stoic philosophy. If you are not subscribed, I highly recommend you subscribe and activate the bell so you don't miss any future videos. Number 1. Understand the dichotomy of control. Have you ever been caught in a storm? Not the kind with thunder and rain, but the unexpected twists and turns in life that leaves you feeling helpless? Sudden changes, unexpected events, or disappointments? You're not alone. The ancient Stoics, wise philosophers from Greece and Rome, offer a lesson that feels like an anchor in these storms: the dichotomy of control. Imagine you're planning an outdoor event, and despite all your preparations, it rains on the day of your event. Now, you can't control the weather, no matter how much you'd like to, but how you react to the rain, that's entirely up to you. Will you lament and get frustrated, or will you adapt and maybe move the event indoors, or see the rain as a refreshing change? Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher who rose from slavery to prominence, an influential thinker of his time, summed up this principle concisely: some things are in our control and others not. Seemingly simple, yet in its simplicity lies profound wisdom that has the power to transform our lives. Every day we're faced with a multitude of situations, some within our sphere of influence, like our social circle, daily routines, and reading choices, while others, such as global events, people's actions, and yes, the weather, will always remain beyond our control. Now here's where it becomes interesting. The Stoics hold the belief that our happiness isn't dictated by external events, but by our interpretations and reactions to them. It's not the event itself, but our judgment about the event that causes our emotions. Think back to a time you encountered a setback. Perhaps you missed out on a desired job. Initially, it might have seemed like a disaster, but with time, you may have realized it was a hidden blessing, leading you toward better opportunities or personal growth. So how do we apply this principle in our daily lives? Start by asking yourself, is this within my control? If yes, take action. If not, then it's an opportunity for you to practice acceptance and adaptability. By internalizing and truly understanding this principle, we can free ourselves from unnecessary anguish and navigate life's uncertainties with a sense of calmness, knowing that while we can't control the winds, we can always adjust our sails. In a world often fraught with chaos, the dichotomy of control serves as a beacon of clarity. It reminds us to focus our energy where it matters most and find serenity in accepting that some things are just simply beyond our grasp. Lesson 2. Pause for reflection. In today's fast-paced digital era, where immediacy reigns supreme, the act of reflection may seem like an echo from a distant past. Yet, it is this very act of pausing and pondering that can serve as our saving grace in a world that demands rapid responses. Think about the countless times we're faced with decisions either big or small, whether it's determining a career path or selecting a dish at a restaurant. The array of choices is vast. Yet, it's not just the significance of these decisions that matters, it's the manner in which we approach them. Let's delve into a common scenario, like receiving a message that triggers a reaction, such as a friend making a casual remark or a colleague critiquing your work. Our initial response may incline towards defensiveness or anger. But what if instead of diving head first into that emotional whirlpool, you took a step back to pause for a moment of reflection? By allowing yourself that brief moment of detachment, you're not repressing your emotions. Rather, you're giving them room to breathe and be understood. This practice of reflection is not about passive acceptance or avoidance. Instead, it involves active engagement with our thoughts and feelings. It's about asking ourselves probing questions. Why did this comment arouse such a strong reaction? What past experiences or beliefs are influencing my present emotions? Is my immediate response shaped solely by the current situation, or does it stem from past baggage? Furthermore, the practice of reflection before reaction fosters empathy. By giving ourselves time, we also allow ourselves to consider the perspectives of others. Perhaps that friend didn't realize the impact of their words, or that colleague was struggling with a stressful day. In relationships, this practice can also serve as a cornerstone, potentially averting countless misunderstandings and fostering deeper connections. How many misunderstandings could be avoided if we only took the time to reflect before we reacted? In professional settings, leaders who pause for reflection before making decisions are often more respected for their thoughtfulness and wisdom. Their decisions, rooted in reflection, frequently endure the test of time. In a world that races at breakneck speed, reflection becomes an act of rebellion, a silent yet profound declaration that we refuse to be swept away by the currents of immediacy. It's a commitment to ourselves, to our well-being, and to the depth of our engagements with the world. In essence, to reflect before reacting is not merely a practice but a philosophy, a way of life that values depth over breadth, meaningful connections over fleeting encounters, and understanding over impulsivity. It's a journey inward, with profound outward implications, shaping not just our responses but the very essence of our being. Lesson 3. Continual practice of dispassion. In a world that often feels like an emotional roller coaster, the idea of embracing dispassion may initially seem misplaced. However, let's delve deeper into its true essence and the transformative power it holds. Dispassion isn't about suppressing emotions or adopting indifference to the world around us. It's about cultivating a balanced perspective and fostering a calm mindset amidst the chaos. Imagine the ability to observe events, circumstances, and even your own emotions without being overwhelmed by them. Recall the last time you were engrossed in a captivating movie, with moments of tension, excitement, and perhaps even sadness unfolding before you. While you were engaged in this story, a part of your consciousness recognized that it was just a movie. You didn't rush to help the hero or console the distressed character. Instead, you observed, you empathized, yet you remained rooted in your seat. This is the core essence of practicing dispassion, immersing oneself deeply with life, experiencing its many emotions, yet also knowing when to remain composed and seated in the theater of our minds. It's about observing without becoming entangled in the drama. This approach becomes a lifeline in today's era of information overload. Every day we're bombarded with news, updates, and notifications. Absorbing each piece of information would only leave us perpetually drained. Dispassion offers us a buffer, a means to engage with the world in a more sustainable and balanced manner. Dispassion plays a pivotal role in interpersonal relationships. In moments of heated conversations and disagreements, practicing dispassion can determine whether a discussion remains productive or escalates into a damaging argument. It allows us to listen more attentively, respond thoughtfully, and navigate conflicts with grace, empathy, and understanding. Cultivating dispassion starts with self-awareness, regular introspection, recognizing our emotional triggers, and understanding our behavioral patterns. This creates a space between stimulus and response. In that space lies the freedom to choose our reactions deliberately, to act with intention rather than reacting out of impulse. While dispassion may sound synonymous with detachment from life's joys and pleasures, it actually enhances them. By not being overly attached to outcomes, we immerse ourselves fully in the journey, savoring each moment without the burden of constant fear or anxiety. Practicing dispassion is about attaining equilibrium in an ever-changing world. It's a compass guiding us to inner peace as we gracefully navigate life's diverse terrain. By embracing this practice, we not only enrich our lives but also bring calmness and clarity to those around us. Lesson 4. Consider the long-term impact. Life unfolds with moments that challenge our patience. From minor inconveniences like a spilled coffee to more significant conflicts like disagreements with loved ones, our journey is marked by situations that evoke a spectrum of emotions. Amidst the turmoil of the present moment, it's easy to get swept up in the immediacy of our feelings. A forgotten anniversary, a harsh critique, or a missed deadline can feel like the end of the world. But one powerful question can shift our perspective and bring clarity. Will this matter in 5 years? This simple yet profound question serves as a mental time machine, transporting us to the future and allowing us to look back at the present moment. Suddenly, heated arguments and missed opportunities are seen in a different light. Many of the issues consuming our thoughts today will likely fade into insignificance as mere footnotes in the grand tapestry of our lives. Consider the worries and challenges you faced 5 years ago. How many still carry weight today? How many have been overshadowed by new memories, experiences, and growth? This realization can be both humbling and liberating. Revisiting this question regularly helps in prioritizing our concerns, distinguishing between temporary setbacks and long-term implications. For instance, while a bad day at work may seem overwhelming now, it's merely one day in a career spanning decades. This perspective fosters resilience. When faced with adversity, reminding yourself of the bigger picture can mitigate anxiety and foster problem solving. Rather than getting bogged down by immediate issues, we can strategize, adapt, and progress, knowing that time often brings clarity and solutions. In a world fixated on the present moment, will this matter in 5 years? Serves as a beacon, guiding us toward a life filled with purpose, perspective, and tranquility. By regularly revisiting this question, we can navigate the ups and downs of life with grace, ensuring our energy and attention are directed toward only what truly matters. Lesson 5. Practice Stoic journaling. Throughout history, the act of journaling has transcended cultures and epochs, celebrated not merely as a recording of events, but as a tool for introspection, growth, and clarity. The Stoics, with their emphasis on self-awareness and personal betterment, were no strangers to this practice. A Stoic journal isn't just a diary for daily happenings, it's a sanctuary for reflection, an avenue for inner dialogue, a space to dissect emotions, decisions, and reactions. It's where the external world meets with the internal, where events are weighed against personal beliefs and values. Imagine ending your day by not only recounting what happened, but delving into how you responded. Why did certain comments upset you? What triggered that surge of joy during an otherwise mundane task? By dissecting our days, we begin to understand the patterns of our psyche, unraveling the triggers that sway our mood, the values that guide our decisions, and the habits that shape our days. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, kept a journal, now known as Meditations. It wasn't meant for publication, it was a space for him to guide himself, a personal dialogue, to remind himself of Stoic principles, and to navigate the challenges of his life with wisdom. Through his writings, we witness a man grappling with emotions, responsibilities, and his place in the world. But we need not be an emperor to reap the benefits of a Stoic journal. In our modern era, filled with distractions and information overload, carving out time for introspection becomes even more crucial, a daily grounding ritual and check-in amidst the chaos. Over time, this practice can lead to profound insights. You may notice situations that repeatedly cause you stress, prompting you to address them or change your perspective. Specific practices may emerge as catalysts for elevating your mood, such as mindfulness or gratitude. These patterns that emerge can serve as a roadmap for personal growth. Beyond insights, a Stoic journal fosters accountability. By committing to daily reflection, we hold ourselves accountable for our choices and reactions. It becomes difficult to ignore repeated mistakes or dismiss lapses in our judgment. Instead, we are prompted to learn, adapt, and evolve. In essence, keeping a Stoic journal is akin to having a wise, non-judgmental friend by your side, ever ready to listen, reflect, and guide you on your journey. It's a commitment to personal growth, to self-understanding, and to living a life aligned with our set principles and values. Lesson 6. Embrace obstacles as opportunities. In a world fraught with challenges, from personal setbacks to global upheavals, obstacles are an inevitable part of the human experience. But what if, instead of viewing these hurdles as burdens, we regarded them as hidden opportunities? The Stoics held a profound perspective on adversity. They believed that while we may not always have control over the events that befall us, we can control our interpretation and response to them. This shift in mindset transforms challenges from mere setbacks into invaluable lessons. A quote by the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius encapsulates this idea beautifully. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. This means that every obstacle, every challenge possesses the potential to propel us forward if we choose to see it as an opportunity for growth. Consider a river encountering a boulder in its path. Instead of stopping, the river finds a way around it, either by gradually eroding the obstacle or by carving a new path altogether. Similarly, in our lives, challenges can serve to redirect our paths, often leading us toward outcomes we hadn't envisioned. For instance, a job loss, though initially devastating, can open doors to new career paths, opportunities for skill development, or even ventures of our own creation. Likewise, a failed relationship might pave the way for self-discovery, personal growth, and the cultivation of deeper, more meaningful connections in the future. This Stoic perspective also fosters resilience. When we start to view challenges as opportunities, we become more willing to confront adversity head-on. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" we shift our inquiry to, "What can I learn from this? And how can this experience shape me for the better?" Of course, this doesn't imply seeking out challenges or dismissing genuine hardship. Rather, it's about recognizing that within every challenge lies potential, a seed of opportunity. By nurturing this seed with a positive perspective, patience, and perseverance, we can transform obstacles into stepping stones, propelling us toward wisdom, growth, and fulfillment. Lesson 7. Cultivate gratitude. In the vast tapestry of human emotions, gratitude shines as a golden thread, weaving moments of joy, contentment, and clarity into the fabric of our lives. While it's an emotion that often arises spontaneously, the Stoics advocates for the deliberate practice of gratitude. They viewed gratitude not merely as an occasional sentiment, but as a daily ritual, an anchor that grounds us in the present and reveals the blessings that enrich our lives. Gratitude transcends more than just saying thank you. It's a deep acknowledgement of the myriad forces, individuals, and moments that enrich our journey. It's the art of recognizing beauty in the mundane, lessons in challenges, and the fleeting nature of every experience, making each moment all the more precious. Seneca, a renowned Stoic philosopher, once said, "True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future." This encapsulates the essence of gratitude, being deeply rooted in the present, embracing every moment, every interaction, and every experience with grace. Consider the simple pleasures we often take for granted: a shared meal with loved ones, the warmth of sunlight on a chilly day, the melody of laughter, or the very breath that sustains us. By pausing to acknowledge and appreciate these moments, we amplify their beauty and significance in our lives. Practicing gratitude serves as a counterbalance to our innate tendency to dwell on what we lack, unmet desires, or uncertainties about the future. Shifting our focus towards appreciation for what we already have fosters contentment, reduces feelings of envy or resentment, and enhances our overall sense of well-being. To cultivate the practice of gratitude can be as simple as starting or ending each day by listing out 3 things you're genuinely grateful for. Over time, this practice can transform your outlook, making you more attuned to life's blessings and more resilient in the face of challenges. Furthermore, gratitude strengthens relationships. By expressing appreciation for acts of kindness, love, or support we receive from others, we nurture bonds, foster mutual respect, and create a positive feedback loop of affection and goodwill. In a world that's often fixated on more achievements, more desires, more possessions, gratitude serves as a gentle reminder of the abundance that already exists in our lives. It's a call to celebrate the present, embrace life with an open arms, and thread the path of existence with hearts full of thanks. As the day draws to a close, the timeless wisdom of the ancients resonates in our modern lives. How will you leverage these teachings to shape your tomorrow? We're eager to hear your reflections and experiences. Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's continue on this journey of self-discovery together. I hope you enjoyed the video. I would appreciate it if you would take a moment to like this video and subscribe to Scrolls of Legacy. I'm grateful for your support.